Hi guys. So I haven't done a video in a few days, partly because if you've watched any of my previous ones, all my children are home right now, which I'm very glad about, but it's also something I'm not used to. It hasn't happened for a while, and so their stuff is kind of everywhere, and it's been a little hectic around the house. So I decided to make a Mabon cleansing spray for the house because it needs it. It's been hectic and stressful because they're trying to find a place to live down in Virginia, and there's financial stuff going on. If you know, my husband lost his job, so it's been a little hectic around the house. Our washing machine broke over a month ago. There's just all kinds of awesome stuff going on. So, with Mabon coming, I wanted to make a cleansing spray that would help to remove some of the negativity. And also it does, you can actually spray it on surfaces and stuff, and it doesn't hurt the surfaces, so that's good. So I collect a lot of stuff from work that would otherwise be thrown out so I can reuse. One of them is spray bottles. The spray bottles that we use to clean the Mabon machines do not have really harsh chemicals in it. It does have some cleaning chemicals, but they're not real harsh. And then when I clean them out and bring them home, I make sure I put hydrogen peroxide and alcohol, a mixture of both. I put them in there, and usually for about a week or so, and I shake them around, and then I drain them real well, and they sit empty for a while. So I know that they're really clean. There's no smell to it whatsoever anymore. That's it. So I keep them around as spray bottles, and then I can use them. The water that I use for this is always distilled water. I pulled my distilled water jug out today, and there was a hole in the bottom. So I'm not even looking in that cupboard that I keep the distilled water in, because I'm sure there's stuff in the bottom I don't want to know about. My sons, both of the oldest two, stuff is everywhere. So every time I get any of my stuff out, I have to move all of their stuff. So I really need this cleansing spray. I don't know about you, but I do. So 3/4 of this is going to be just distilled water. So like I said, it is not harsh for anything. Anything that you have, it should be okay. Wood surfaces, I use it on everything, and it smells awesome. I'm going to use sweet orange essential oil. I always make sure I have 100% essential oils. That's up to you. Sometimes that's not so important depending on what you're using them for. But I don't do an exact science. I put some in that was probably about 10 drops. Okay? It smells so darn good, I can't even take it. So that is the cleansing part, is the sweet orange. That takes away some negativity too. Take away the negativity though, with a different pipette, is anise seed oil, anise oil, or anise oil. It depends on, I guess, where you come from, what you call it. About half and half, so about 10 to 15 drops of anise oil. Yes. And that is for the negativity. And hold on one second, because I just realized something is in the box that the camera is sitting on. Yay! Okay, and that something is, I keep stone chips. If you go on eBay and look up stone chips, you can get stone chips very cheaply. I have like a ton of stone chips that I keep specifically for recipes of sprays, incenses, spell work, all that kind of stuff, because all you need is a tiny chip of something to put the energy from that stone into whatever you're dealing with. So I am using for this citrine chip stones. I'm going to put a couple in there. You just get a couple little chips and you put them in your bottle. And that's to promote happiness. We need happiness in this house because there's too many of us. And carnelian. That is for the cleansing part. The yippee yippee sunshine cleansing. So orange and yellow. Again, Mabon colors. So I'm putting about 5 or 6 in those because we really need the cleansing part in this house right now. So I'm going to close it up. Shake it up. Hear the chips in there? They're good. Now you can look up because there is citrine and carnelian are stones that you can actually use in elixirs for drinking, for all kinds of stuff. Most stuff you can use for cleansing purposes if you're not going to consume it, although those two are some that are. There are some chip stones that you don't want to use if you're going to be ingesting it, and there are some chip stones that you should not even be using for cleansing purposes, that you can use the indirect method of putting that energy in there, which is to put it in a glass container next to whatever it is you're making. So make sure you look that up before you add a stone. Is that stone something that's going to break down in water and harm you? You don't want to do that. That will really screw up your energy of your potion or of your spray, whatever you're doing. So, but mix it up. And nothing about this is harmful. So I probably could use it really, really good right now. It smells so good. But you can spray it on anything you want. I'm going to clean the floors with it and the tabletops, the surfaces of the tabletop, and I may even spray some of my kids when they annoy the hell out of me. They're only here for probably less than a week, so I'm trying to be happy, happy, joy, joy, but it is definitely a process. So this is Mabon cleansing spray. I will keep this in the house all the way up through and probably beyond Mabon, but because Mabon is another equinox, so day and night are equal, that means everything is starting to be in balance. So you want to start to balance your life out and make it as balanced as you can. And one of the things that needs to happen in my house is the cleansing, and happy, happy, joy, joy needs a little balance right now. I'm so very happy that my boys are home. But yes, it gets to be a little much too. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend. I am. I truly am. I don't want you to think that we're all miserable around here all the time, but it has been a tough couple of days around here too. So many blessings. I'm telling you guys, that smell alone brings some happy, happy, joy, joy, and cleansing all over. So blessings.